You know what I hate is when people say that being a people pleaser is somehow a bad thing and you should stop it. And that there is something wrong with wanting to help other people and make them feel better inside. I think that that is an extremely important, good trait that I see. And what I think about with the sort of problems of people pleasing, the sort of chronic wanting to help other people or make them feel good, that is wonderful. The problem is on other people, right? And I want you to think about that is, wait a minute. Isn't that what we're supposed to be doing as human beings, is to want to help other people to make them feel better? And if not, when they don't respond and they're angry or they're manipulative or any of those kind of things that are just not really good behaviors, I want you to take a step back and say the problem is on them. And what you simply need to do is to distance yourself in any possible way that you can think about that, within your reach, right? There is distancing is a super important thing. And just keep people pleasing within your particular tribe. Find that group of people that are really good and that you like to be around, and really, really stress that in your life. I think it's bananas that we think that being a good person is somehow this negative trait and we should sort of get that out of you. Like, what kind of world do you want to live in if that's the case, right? And this is a message that's often sold within, the business realm, that you have to have sharp elbows in certainly in academia. And it's sold that. So this is sort of professor life, right? That you should be a jerk as much as you can. And I simply refuse to be like that. But at the same time, I also refuse to let other people walk all over me. And that's where you sort of have to have this open heart that you really truly respect other people and you love other people. But man, if they hurt you one or two times, distance yourself, drop it. It's not going to work out in your favor. These people are people that chronically want to help other people or hurt other people, right? And so you need to really reflect on that as you as a person. What does that mean? Do you want to always be unhappy and miserable and, take on all of this sort of nastiness that is very easy to do? Or do you choose to be a person inside that you really, really love yourself? And if you really, really love yourself, then you will be nice to other people, but at the same time, you will respect yourself when other people treat you poorly. And then you just walk away when they do. Right? You simply say, I'm just not going to put up with this, and walk away. Right? You don't have to repeatedly want to put up with something, but you certainly can be a kind-hearted, amazing individual that wants to do well in this world. And if you read into things, and I want you to sort of think about that, reading into things, right? Something that was said or, an email, that's often really intentional, right? We think that they're unintentional. We sort of second guess ourselves and all of that kind of stuff, right? But this sort of weird gaslighting stuff that happens all the time, that's often very intentional, right? On the other person, that they're really struggling with something. And that's where I want you to take a step back and say, what kind of a person do I want to be? How do I ensure that I'm this deep, wonderful person all the time? And the way that you do that is you distance yourself from other people that are going to suck all of the energy out of you and make you feel miserable. And you build your little tiny tribe. And often that little tiny tribe is one person. It's you, right? And you try to protect yourself as much as you possibly can by creating this sort of boundary, this fortress between you and the world, right? And other people don't like what you're doing. Well, that's tough luck. That's on them. And you just keep walking forward, being a good person, looking kindly at as many people as you possibly can without feeling any particular guilt if you don't want to do something, or if somebody treats you poorly and you just simply say, no, I'm not going to go there. That's not what I'm entitled to do. That's not people pleasing. That's also not being a jerk, right? That's where you were inside, where you're just walking forward with that good open heart and you trying to be the best that you can be and make other people feel good inside. Nothing about this, when you do that, is about people pleasing. This is about you wanting to do good for yourself and the rest of the world. And I want you to really think about that as you go about life. How can you do good for yourself so that you love yourself? And I know that's hard, particularly in the academic game. Man, it is so hard to do that. And by the time that you're gone through the gauntlet after 30 years, man, you are just beat up and people are just, they're not good inside. But you just walk forward and you repeatedly do that until you feel that you are doing the right thing, until it becomes who you are. And if other people treat you poorly, just keep walking. Say, I'm not going to be part of that. That's not part of my plan. You distance yourself and you just keep doing your thing repeatedly. And that's it. All right. Take care and have a wonderful day.